There are different kinds of hurt, different kinds of pain. For example, some come from poison, like toxic connections that weigh us down, that linger in our system until we find a way to cleanse them. But then there are those injuries born from separation from something or someone we love dearly. And these are different because they feel like a sudden cut, as if like a piece of our own energy has been torn away. And this loss isn't just absence, it causes bleeding. And it's the shock of realizing that a part of us we leaned on and we breathed with, lived through, is suddenly missing. And like with any wound, the first thing we do is try to stop the bleeding. And sometimes when it finally slows, we think that the hardest part is over, but heartbreak doesn't work like that. It's only the beginning. I feel like heartbreak is a very special kind of wound. I heard somewhere that the heart even swells right after a painful loss or separation. And that really shows the impact it has on the body. And I can feel that too right now. So I don't want this to be a self-help guide how to overcome a broken heart right here. Maybe you have a broken heart yourself right now, so I just want this to be an inspiration or like maybe an invitation for us to really find the courage to feel it. Feel your broken heart, feel the pain. Lean into it. Because if we push it away, if we push the pain away, we all know it doesn't disappear, right? So, because pain is energy. And it's like an impression that has been stamped on us. And every impression needs an expression. And it's just a massive impact we have to process. That's something we can't deny. We need to metabolize it before it can shift. So there is no quick fix. And if we push it away, it just will become more stagnant. Yeah? It's like a dam in a river. The more we block the flow, the more the pressure builds. There's a lot of boats here passing by all the time. I just hope you can hear me. But I had to go to the river today because I just need motion. I just need the feeling of flow right now. And the river helps me with that, to take a little walk. Because I feel I really need to let the pain flow through me. And I'm telling you honestly, my heart is in pain right now. I can feel it in my chest, and I also can feel other symptoms. I really have like the stomach ache, and I have totally lost my appetite. And it's not because someone hurt me. I feel sometimes it's easier when someone just behaved badly towards us. It's easier for us to feel resentment and kind of to push them away. That's not the case with me. So it's just, I'm just hurting because life or circumstances don't allow us to be together. So I don't know. Sometimes I ask myself, would it have been better I would have never met them? So this whole pain, this whole ordeal wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't have to go through that. But then again, I just wouldn't have had these wonderful experiences and these life-changing moments. So pain is just part of life. If we try to avoid hurt at all costs, we won't grow. And yeah. I mean, it sounds maybe a little macabre or, weird to say find the beauty in pain, maybe find the purpose in pain, so that pain can become something empowering, that we can grow through it. And, if we live in the fear of pain, I feel we also tend to hide from our authenticity. Because when we're always afraid of getting hurt or hurting other people, we're dimming our own light. We're not living our true self. We're not really being real. You know what I mean? So there's just a crow that's sat down. I want to say on top of me, but I can see it. What does that mean? So anyway, I just want to say that not expressing your authentic self, it comes at a high cost. Maybe you won't notice it like when you're very young, but like with age, you will notice the symptoms and it's not worth it. Better express your authentic self as soon as possible. I just want to say again why I think that self-expression is so important, especially if pain has been impressed on us. I always have to think of like a personal experience of a little child that was born and the head got a fracture, it got impressed, and it just needed time to express again naturally. And that's always how I feel about painful experiences like heartbreak, or when someone is just being torn away from you. And if there is an impression like that, try to express it creatively in your own way, because otherwise it will get manifested in the body, expressed through the body, through more pain, through sickness, It's just all energy, and unexpressed energy will always find a door. So better to open it, through creativity and movement, through words and somatic experiencing. So there's the crow right beside me. I wish you could see it. Maybe you can hear it. Today I can really feel the pain in my heart and in my stomach, but also like some days really feel lighter, and there you see this tidal movement, right? Some days just feel lighter, maybe because I'm distracted, maybe because I processed a little bit, and then other days it's like, oh, I feel like I finally got over it, But now there is a loud boat coming. I don't know if you can hear it. With a big German flag. Weird. What did I say? I said some days just feel lighter, and other days, just feel, or the pain just returns even sharper, or as loud as these boats passing me by. It's part of life, right? So, I mean, I'm not kidding you. This whole day has been so messy, and I feel like there have been like so many obstacles. I mean, I came here, there was like lots of traffic jam, and then I started filming, it started raining, and now I'm sitting here and all these boats are passing me by. But it's again, I feel life just has to be messy sometimes, and sometimes we're just sitting in the soggy mess, in the mud. But even lotus needs mud to grow. So, I'm not trying to pretend that everything's fine or like, I'm just in my usual habits or routines, which I'm not. So I just allow the mess to be there, and yeah, don't want to pretend that I just moved on from something that just had a very deep impact on me. Also, many of my friends say, or some people say that, yeah, every separation, I mean, I even say that sometimes, separation always makes room for something new to grow. But I just can't hear that. I just don't want to hear that right now. I can't. How can you when you just feel energetically so close to someone, so entangled, and then you have to let them go? I just don't want to hear that. I just want back what I miss most. Yeah, so I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real, again, and just learn to sit with it and to lean into it. And it's always good to give it like an image, and I feel it's this energy that's kind of trapped inside of us, and it shifts and it vibrates and it presses and it pulls and just wants to be released. That's what pain is. So when we hold it back, it will harden, it will poison us, maybe slowly. But when we let it out, through words, through creativity, through dance, through whatever, then it just becomes part of the current and something that can flow instead of fester, right? So, and then it can actually become a catalyst for our growth. So that sounds very optimistic right now, but sometimes we just have to be, and the sun's coming out, and yay! I want to do a little ritual later. If it's still recording, I always have to check. I want to do I want to do oh man, I want to do a little ritual later. Have like a glass, and I want to pour some water from the Rhine into it, and I want to speak everything into it that I want to release, that no longer serves me, and also my intentions. I want to do that. Yeah. I hope I will manage between the loud boats. Or maybe the firework will start, because tonight there will be like this big firework. And somehow I imagine in this quiet moment where I want to pour the water into the Rhine, the messiness will kind of reach its peak, and then loud fireworks will start. Yeah. Maybe that wouldn't be too bad, right?
Listen for me in a violin. Listen for me when the knife is turning. Listen for me when the world is burning. Babe, would you listen for me?
I release the need for certainty and control. I release the ache of separation, so it no longer weighs heavily on my heart. And I release the idea that my worth depends on another's choice. And I release the pressure and restlessness that keep me from simply being in my own flow. Now I invite patience and trust. I invite the strength to hold love in my heart without it breaking me. And I invite a transformation of longing into tenderness and wisdom. And I invite clarity when the time is right for both of us. And I invite joy in the present moment, even as I honor what was. And I invite a future where love and connection are nourished and not feared.